Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, nice to meet you. I'm Lana Schlafer, mindset coach, law of attraction expert, and author of the best-selling book, Manifest That Miracle. And today I want to dive into one of the most common questions that I get, and basically the reason why I wrote the book, which is why isn't the law of attraction working for me? Is it BS? Is it like only for some people and not others? What am I getting wrong? And I'm going to be referring to my notes from chapter 1 of my book, which you can download for free below for a limited time, so grab it. Because I start off with this premise that you don't have to believe anything that anybody says, and certainly you don't have to believe what I say. I want you to test it and prove it to yourself. I want you to identify what works for you and how you can create what isn't here, how you can understand why what you want isn't here and how you can create it. So I bet you didn't grow up with these ideas of anything is possible for you and you can manifest anything you want. I grew up in communist Russia in Siberia. I did not have these ideas implanted in me. This is something that I came to when I started looking for solutions to step outside of the life I was living. And like anything in my life, I wanted to test it, to prove to myself, to show to myself that this actually works. And everything that I teach and share has been proven not just to me, for me, but also by, at this point, thousands of clients. So if you are sitting there wondering, what is the block? I want you to start off with understanding that law of attraction is not a belief system. It is not a religion. It doesn't need you to believe in it to work, and that you're ultimately manifesting all the time. It's just that most of us are not doing it deliberately. So we're getting whatever it is that has been the collection of our subconscious beliefs and cultural and familial values and habits of patterns of thoughts. So we are just manifesting without understanding that we are actually holding the paintbrush. We are painting the picture of our life, but when we look over, it seems like the hand is moving by itself. So a lot of the tools and techniques that I share on my channel, in my book, and will continue to share are ways that you can sort of recognize, hey, I'm holding the paintbrush. And if there's something here that I painted that I don't like, I'm gonna paint over it and I'm gonna create what I truly want. So I wanna start off with a couple of ideas that if you find yourself stuck, disappointed, wondering if this stuff works, that's okay. You don't have to have total belief. You don't have to have some crazy positive thinking. You don't already need to be over there in order to manifest things that are over there. It doesn't matter where you start. It matters where you're going. So Jay-Z has a song, "My Hustler, baby. I want you to know it ain't about where I've been, but where I'm about to go." It's about where you're going, not where you've been. And you can use every single thing that you've lived as fuel to manifest what you truly want. So miracles are just things that haven't happened yet. Manifestations, your goals or visions, are not big or small, are not impossible or possible. They are just things that haven't happened yet. When you can start reframing things in that way, you'll start to realize that everybody who's created something that seemed impossible or difficult had to start with the idea, well, I don't know if this is possible, but I'm just gonna try. Here's how I'm gonna show up, here's how I'm gonna go all in. And ultimately they were taking step after step, not knowing if this was possible. Talk to any celebrity, anyone who's gone to the moon, or like Roger Bannister, who broke the 4-minute mile barrier. They didn't know that they were going to do it. They just had the idea that I'm going to try, I'm going to show up, I'm going to give it a fair chance, and I'm gonna see the results. So belief isn't necessary. Oh, my microphone's starting to fall off. I'm just gonna hold it in my hand, if you guys don't mind. The other part that I wanna share is that goals versus miracles are very different, or how most people approach goals is that they already have an end in mind and they are constantly comparing how today they aren't there where they want to be. And so one of the things that I want to reframe for you is that you're able to celebrate the 1-degree shifts. You're able to appreciate each step that you take, because the miracle may not be a possibility. It's one of the tricks sort of that I use to help people get over this whole manifesting block of thinking, this is too big, this isn't possible. It's like, all right, well, it might be impossible. What are you going to do today to get closer? And it takes away this need to constantly use a measuring stick about how you're not there yet, and instead focus all that energy on moving forward. The other thing that I mention in chapter 1 of the book is that in order to really learn how to do this, it has to be something that you want to create as a lifestyle. Meaning, if you want to create an incredible life, what you're going to need to do is to become the kind of person that can create that life. It's building yourself, not building your life. It's not creating manifestation. It's creating the version of you that is capable of creating any miracle. So I just wanted to do this quick intro. This is from chapter 1 of my book. I'm going to go over and dive into future concepts about how to do this in future videos. But I wanted to start off with some of these ideas and assumptions because how you do anything is how you do everything. And how you approach my book or manifesting is the results that you will get. Everything ultimately is a self-fulfilling prophecy. So the assumptions that you start off with is what you will prove to yourself. So if you start off with the assumption that this is going to be hard, this is impossible, I am so small, my desires are so big, this hasn't worked before, what's wrong with me, I'm broken, and all of the above, I invite you to just pause those and say, it could be that way. Like, you don't have to deny them, and say, what if I could take a step and another step and another step and I could get a lot further than where I am? And what if all of the things that I want are just a series of steps that I take over a series of days? With that approach and with that assumption, you're going to get a lot further. Let me know if this is helpful. Let me know if these kind of tidbits and tips are something that you appreciate hearing a reminder of, or maybe learning and shifting your mindset around, because all of the other tools and practices that I teach will only be as valuable as these assumptions. I can't wait to hear from you, and I can't wait to bring you more videos that share tools, tips, practices, techniques, and ideas from my book and beyond. Sending you all my love.